One time in Caravan at a meeting, he asked me to promise things for him. I told him I'm not doing it. If he wants to promise, let him come and promise. But
who asked you to promise something?
Yeah. I got mad and I insulted his mother. Then we each cocked, all of us, we cocked our rifles. We were ready to shoot each other. Edu grabbed him. Edu and...
On July 21st, 1994, tensions were high in the Gambia as the Tactical Support Group, led by Commander Suwareh, prepared for an important security operation to receive Gambian President Sadibu Hydara at the airport. The TSG, a paramilitary unit that succeeded the disbanded gendarmerie, was tasked with protecting civilian institutions and safeguarding the president. That day, their mission was to secure key points along the highway as the presidential convoy returned from an overseas trip. The deployment was more heavily armed than usual due to credible intelligence suggesting that the army might attempt a coup. As Commander Suwareh and his team arrived at the airport, the atmosphere was charged with apprehension. However, their strong presence and readiness for any potential threat may have played a pivotal role in maintaining order. Despite the looming threat, no coup occurred. The army carried out its ceremonial duty of presenting a guard of honor for the president before dispersing peacefully. Thanks to the vigilance and preparation of Commander Suwareh and his unit, a potential crisis was averted, ensuring the safety of the president and the stability of the nation on that critical day.
Are you able to proceed now?
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell us about the events of 24th July 1994? Do you recall where you were on this date?
21st of July 1994 was a normal day. We were expecting the president returning from the UK, and the TSG was tasked to perform security duties at the airport as well as on some of the main junctions from the airport to Banjul. But at some point, I was called by the then commander of the TSG, who happens to be Jagne, that they have information that the army, some elements of the army, preparing to stage a coup at the airport. The orders were to be prepared more heavily. We use all our heavy equipment that we have, that is the LMGs and more AK-47s and 2 magazines. Normally we just go with 1 magazine. In a magazine you have 30 rounds, 30 bullets.
That means to say you carried 60 rounds each?
Yes, sir.
And how were you organized?
Well, at the airport, we secured the tarmac as well as the arrival. I can say the whole airport was secured because we had enough men for it. And on the road, we put up some elements armed, which is not normal.
What happened at the airport eventually?
Eventually, when the Guard of Honor assembled, that the Guard of Honor is done by the army. When they assembled, we saw some elements of the Nigerian army. The Nigerian army, they came in and they disarmed the military police, because at the airport, when we go on such duties, only the military police is armed on the army side. The orders, the Guard of Honor They have arms without ammunition. It is just for ceremonial. But they strip the weapons. They look at the magazines on the weapons. If they have bullets on the chambers, they.
Mr. Suwareh, let's take it step by step. You had several groups at the airport. You had the Guard of Honor, that's one element. You also had military police, that's another element. You said it was only military police that would normally be armed. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What happened to the military police?
The military police, they have been disarmed by the Nigerians.
Who was the commander of the military police on that occasion?
It was Lieutenant Yaya Jammeh.
Can you explain further what you mean by disarming?
Because the military police, they used to have each side a side pistol, and those pistols were taken away from them.
And what happened to the Guard of Honor?
The Guard of Honor, they strip their weapons. That is, they pull out the magazine. They pull out the magazines, check if there's any round or not, and they open the chambers of the weapons to see if there's any round in the chamber, to make sure that the weapons were empty.
And was such intrusive measures extended to the members of the TSG who were present?
No, sir.
How were these activities perceived by members of the army who were present at that time?
It was very humiliating.
Were other people present when this was happening?
Yes, the normal, how do you call it again? The normal welcoming committee was there, and even some were laughing.
How was that received by members of the army?
It was aggravated. Even the member of the TSG felt it, because we have what we call esprit de corps. I felt very humiliated, because it was not proper. That should have been done at the barracks, not in face of the in the civilians. Because well, there is a mentality, military mentality, which, you know, they do not disregard civilians as such, but they have their own ways of doing things.
So you suggesting that what was done was improper and it was not well received by those who were directly affected?
Yes, sir.
Did President Jawara eventually arrive?
Yes, he arrived and he took the Guard of Honor and went home.
Were you at the airport?
Yes, sir.
Was Mr. Sabaly present?
Yes, sir.
That's your recollection?
My recollection, yes, sir.
And after the president arrived, what happened next?
When he arrived, he took the Guard of Honor, and he was hosted in his vehicle and his escort, and they went to Banjul.
What would you say to the suggestion that Mr. Sabaly was not present at the airport?
Those are my recollection, because I cannot understand the vice president being in town and the president coming and for him not to be present at the airport.
So for you, the vice president should be present at the airport on that day, and you base your view that he was present simply on the protocol that the vice president must necessarily be there.
Yes, we are talking of over 23 years ago.
Of course, I understand there can be lapses of memory. I just want to establish the basis of your answer, that you believe the Vice President was there simply because he ought to have been there. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you don't necessarily recall whether he was present or not?
No, sir.
So now the President has arrived. The army went through that humiliation, as you call it, and the President left for State House. What else happened for the rest of that day?
Well, we went back to the barracks, and went home, and the information I got later, that is when everything passed, is that the army, Yaya and the others, at night they regroup at the Unum barracks.
Do you know whether those officers who were disarmed at the airport were arrested on that day?
No one was arrested. That was one of the first mistakes.
Do you know whether the rumor or the information that filtered through from Mr. Jagne, did it implicate any particular unit within the army?
No, sir. I don't have that information.
So the only unit that was dealt with was the military police, because they would be the only unit that would be armed when the President arrived?
Yes, sir.
And your view is that the manner in which it was done was humiliating, not just to those directly involved, but also to the members of the TSG who were present?
Yes, sir.
You started telling us that you later received information that at night Yaya Jammeh, who was the leader of the military police, they started to regroup at Union Barracks. That's what you just told us, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you continue your narration from that?
Well, as I said, this information that I received is not on the day. It was days later that I knew what happened.
Okay, you subsequently learned.
I learned.
Tell us what happened that night and the following morning, the day the President arrived. He was received, he went home, you returned to barracks. Did anything of significance happen that night?
No, sir. I went home as usual, and in the morning I went to work as usual. 7:30, I was at the barracks.
Was it normal, or was it commonplace to receive such information about a coup about to happen or a coup happening?
It was almost a routine, because then the NSS, every time we have rumors of coup, or invasion from Coup and his groups.
Did the frequency of these rumors have anything to do, or did it impact how you eventually viewed this intelligence?
Yes, sir. Because
can you kindly tell us?
At the end of the day, the NSS was not to be trusted with information, because we thought that sometimes they will just want to be on the limelight and bring false information.
By 1994, were you taking this intelligence seriously?
No, sir.
How about your superiors in the TSG? Were they taking it seriously?
Well, when they receive the information, they filter it down to us, and we take action And if we take action and nothing happens, well, that has an implication on the moral of the man too.
And on July 22nd, 1994, you went to work in the morning. What happened?
Well, I was called by my commander, happened to be through Jagne, and at that time I had the bugler calling for falling, when which is not normal. It means an alarm. So he told me that the army, some elements of the army again, are staging a coup, and they are going towards Banjul, that I should close the breach and with my elements and shoot at sight any military personnel that I see.
Did you accept that order from him?
Well, in his office I accepted the order, but on the ground I used my initiative.
Before we get to that, in your conversation with your superior, Mr. Jagne, did you say anything to him after you received those orders?
Yes, I asked him the veracity of the information that they are staging a coup. As I told him yesterday, it was the same thing. Last night, it was the same thing. They are staging a coup, nothing happened, and no one was arrested. Is this a serious thing? He said, yes, it's serious. So, okay.
What did you do as a result of the order he gave you? Go and take the bridge, close the bridge, and shoot on sight any military officer who approaches. What did you do as a result of that order?
Well, when I arrived at the bridge with my men, I went with the Delta Company.
Before your arrival, tell us exactly what you did to prepare your men to go to the bridge.
Well, as usual, I ordered the armorer to open the armory and give the weapons to the elements, and they were given AK-47, one AK-47 and two magazines. That's the most we can do. 2 magazines, that's 60 rounds. And we had 1 LMG, that is a light machine gun with 100 rounds.
How many troops did you? How many soldiers did you have with you?
Well, when I was moving at the bridge, I had the Delta Company, which was comprised almost of 33 people, plus a platoon, which was commanded by Lieutenant Bineminte. That was supposed to be a mobile platoon.
Who deputized Lieutenant Bineminte for that platoon?
It was late Lieutenant Jaju.
And who were the other officers with your group?
Well, I had WO2 Martin, now General.
What's his full name?
Alaji.
WO2 Alaji Martin.
Yes, sir.
And
who else? I can recall Kopumbai. I don't remember his first name.
And you had a company comprised of 33 men, Delta Company, as you said. And then you had a platoon commanded by Lieutenant Bineminte at the time. What was the size of that platoon?
The platoon was about 15 men.
So would it be correct to say that you had about 48 men with you?
Correct.
They were all armed with AK-47s, 2 magazines, and you had a light machine gun with about 100 rounds, correct?
Correct, and I had a side pistol too, with 8 rounds.
Do you recall the time you arrived at the bridge?
Yes, we arrived at the bridge as after 8, before 9.
In the morning or in the afternoon?
In the morning.
Evening, oh, sorry. Morning or evening? You said morning, okay. So on your way from Fajara to the bridge, did you encounter any soldiers?
No, we did not encounter any soldier. It is at the bridge when I assembled my men to brief them, because they had a briefing at the Fajara barracks. And on the ground, I had to brief them again.
What did you say to them?
Well, to put it bluntly, I tell you that I told them that at this juncture, I am between you and God. Your life depends on me and my life depends on you. So you receive orders in the barracks that to shoot at sight. My last order is don't shoot anybody until and unless I give you the orders.
By doing that, would you agree that you modified the orders you received from your superior officer?
I would say yes.
Having modified or changed the orders you received from your superior officer, was there any opposition to the new orders you have given to your men?
Only one chap wanted to get out of the ranks, because I have asked anyone who do not agree with my orders, let him fall out from the group. But he was held back by Kopulmai. I can remember that.
Do you recall the name of that TSG officer?
No, sir.
Would it be the role, what is the normal role of corporals in a platoon?
You know, the corporals, they are in charge of sections in the platoon. They are in charge of sections. And sections is composed of between 8 and 9 men.
Would their role involve enforcing discipline among members of the section?
Of course.
And when Corporal Mbai pulled back this soldier, this TSG officer, and put him back in line, he was basically enforcing discipline within the ranks, except the order of the commander, correct?
Yes, sir.
So now your men have accepted the modified orders that they have now received from you. What happened next?
Then I deploy them. The deployment, it means they took positions, fighting positions, concealed others somewhere behind the police station, or on the left-hand side of the road, the others on the right-hand side of the road. They concealed themselves on almost a U shape, a horseshoe.
What or which ends of the bridge did you occupy?
I occupied the combo side from Combo before getting onto the bridge by the police station there.
Did you also deploy men at the Banjul end of the bridge?
Yes, sir.
So this means to say that you controlled the bridge entirely, both at Banjul end and at Combo end. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did you receive other orders as to how to respond from any superior officer other than Mr. Jagne?
Yes, sir.
Could you tell us about it?
Well, I received the same orders that Jagne gave me from AIG Chongan, and at one time I received the same orders from the IGP, who was Pasalajai, through the police communication radio.
You received, let me just get this correct. You received orders from from Turo Jagne, shoot at sight any military officer who tries to cross the bridge. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You received orders from Chongan, Ebrima Chongan, shoot at sight any military officer who tries to cross the bridge, correct?
Yes, sir.
You received orders from Pasala Jagne, Inspector General of Police, shoot at sight any military officer who tries to cross the bridge, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you did not convey these same orders to your men, correct?
Yes, sir.
And where did Chongan give you those orders? What was your precise location when he gave those orders?
It was on the bridge.
Where was Mr. Chongan at the time he gave those orders?
He came he came to assess the situation. He met me on the bridge there. That's where he told me.
Were other officers present apart from yourself?
Yes, sir. I had the Army Liaison Officer to the Minister of Defense, Captain Samsudin Sar. And if my recollection is good, Pambai was there, the OC crime.
Who was Pambai?
OC, I think it's called OC crime or OC, yeah, crime management unit. And
OC crime management unit was part of which security unit?
It was police, general duties.
And who else?
And the the photographer of the police. The photographer.
Do you recall his name?
No.
Do you, excuse me, nobody, may I advise members of the public not to attempt to talk to the witness who is testifying. He is under oath. The evidence or the information he provides must come from him and cannot be aided by any member of the public. Please try to comply with this. So, Mr. Suwareh, do you recall at around what time Mr. Chongan arrived at the bridge?
It was before 9.
And now you have received these orders from 3 of your superiors. What happened afterwards at the bridge?
Because all these orders, when I received them, by then there is not yet any soldier at sight. It was only one Lieutenant Jase of the Navy who was going to work. He was even in a commercial vehicle. I had to take him down from the commercial vehicle and ask him to stay at the police station.
Did you actually seal the bridge as ordered?
Well, it was sealed tight.
And what do you mean by it was sealed? What happened?
No one could cross over the bridge except like Chongan and other military, security officers.
And what happened to the vehicles that brought people who were going to Banjul?
I forgot to mention one thing. That is, at that time, there was this exercise that was supposed to take place that day between the American army and the Gambian army. And it was already announced in the evening that the exercise will take place, so that if people see the military on exercise, let them not be scared.
The evening of which date? You said it was announced in the evening.
In the evening of that is in the evening of the 21st.
Yes,
and we are on the 22nd. So many civilians or many people going to Banjul felt that the exercise shouldn't stop them from going to their normal work. And vehicles were piled up from the bridge right now, where, how can I put it? Well, before where the security is, they are piled up to maybe mile 5. A long way piled up on the coming from the combos.
And you think that these people believed that it was the exercise that was going on, and notwithstanding, they wanted to cross to go to Banjo?
Yes, sir.
Did you explain to the people who had gathered around there the purpose of the sealing of the bridge?
No, sir, I could not. The only thing I told them that we received orders that today you are not going to Banjo. The bridge should be closed till further notice. Because I could not tell them that we received information that there will be a coup. Then it will be, that will tantamount to no one could
chaos, huh?
Yeah.
Did you send the people back, or you just informed them that and left them to decide whether they would stay or turn back?
I was asking them to go back, but some people were adamant. They are waiting, they're still waiting.
Did you at any time see soldiers?
Yes, at around after 9, I saw a group of soldiers coming towards the bridge in tactical formation.
Did you see how they arrived there?
Yes, they were coming in tactical formation.
By what means did
that's they are coming in bounds. That one, let's say, 3 people will move forward, 3 people will be back, covering them. When they reach at a certain point, the first people, they will stop, take position, the other will come and pass them, so on, in bounds.
Do you know how they arrived near to the bridge?
Yeah, I saw them dropping from GPTC mini buses. Then there were these GPTC mini buses.
How many mini buses?
They were in about 2 or 3. Some were not in mini buses, but I saw the mini buses.
How many soldiers did you see at this time?
Approximately, I can, when I sized them, I counted some roughly 40 soldiers, between 30 and 40.
You said they approached in tactical formation.
Yes.
What would such an approach entail? What would it mean?
Well, it means that they are on a fighting movement, combat movement.
How were they dressed?
Well, they were battle ready. That is, they were in full uniform, and they had what we call chest webbing belts.
What does that mean?
They are belts with pouches where they put their magazines. What I counted for was the Chinese made, and you have 4 magazines on each belt, and 2 grenades, one on the left, one on the side, hand grenades. On their rifles, their AK-47, they have 3 magazines stuck together. There's a way that you just sellotape them, then use them one after the other. It's for rapid fire, so that you will not be changing magazines at the end of every magazine. So you just take out the finished one and move the next one. You do it 3 in a sequence.
Did they have other types of weapons?
Yes, they have RPGs and rocket-propelled grenades, commonly known as bazooka, and they have GPMGs, what we call general purpose machine gun. They are these heavy machine guns with rolls of ammunition that you see in the Rambo films, the one that they get, yeah.
Were those the only type of weapons you saw them carry?
Yes.
And did you see their leader at that moment?
Yes, when I stepped up to meet them, and they stopped, and Kopul Tumbul Tamba came up. He was the leader of that unit. And I spoke to him. I asked him, "Where are you going to?" Because it's unusual for a corporal to handle such a large group. At least it should be a lieutenant or a captain. So I asked him, "Where are you going?" He said, "They are going on a mission to Banjul."
They are going to what?
For a mission in Banjul.
Did you ask him what mission?
I asked him the nature of the mission, which he refused to disclose. Then I asked him, "How can you be with these people, and where are your officers?" Because it's not normal for you to handle such a unit. He said, "My officers are coming, they are behind." I told him, "Then you are not going to cross the bridge. We're going to wait for your officers to come. So as you said, they are the only people who can tell me the nature of your mission. So we establish a no man's land. That is a buffer zone, almost 100 meters apart."
Before we would come to that, but how did he look at the time when you met him?
Well, he was a little bit haggard and smelling. I can have a smell of alcohol.
Did you think that he was drunk at the time?
I think so, yeah.
And you agreed with him that you would establish a no man's land, as you call it, of 100 meters.
Yes, sir.
Explain what that means.
Well, that is to have a buffer zone between us. They will stay away from where we are standing for almost 100 meters. So
let's us imagine that behind you is the bridge. Can you describe, taking the scenario that you have here now, can you describe what that entailed?
Okay. As I told you, I deployed my men almost on a horseshoe formation. That is on the right. On the right, even some were concealed behind the police station. They took position behind the police station. See that from the bridge to the police station, at least you have 10, 15 meters. And others were concealed on the left, in the bushes. That's why it was something like a horseshoe formation, and I was at the middle. I had to walk towards right there where you have the security point to talk to him. So when I asked him, he has to move back. Still, the civilians were there waiting in their vehicles.
So, if I understand you well, you created some some space between them, your group and their group.
Yes.
Just like where you are seated, your men are behind you, and my position here would be Tamba's position, and there is this gap in the middle, which would be the no man's land. Is that what you're trying to say?
My men were not completely behind me because I have them spread, somewhere ahead of me, So I was just at the middle.
So
I have some behind, I have some on the right, a little bit further, and some on the left.
So the no man's land would be between you in the middle and where Mr. Tamba's men were. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did he comply with that arrangement?
He did.
So he moved back about how many meters?
About 100 meters.
For how long did that situation continue?
It continued for almost an hour.
What happened next?
Then we saw other GPTC buses coming through by the sideway because the traffic was congested. Then he looked up, he walked back, Tamba, went back to meet up that GPTC bus. And I saw soldiers coming at a distance. I know those are soldiers coming out from the GPTC bus. He had some talk with the soldiers, then he came back to me. Whilst coming back, he raised a white handkerchief as a flag coming to me.
What does that mean in military science?
Okay, if you raise it with your weapons, you need to talk. If you put down your weapons and raise it, you are surrendering.
So when he did that, what did you understand him to mean?
That he wanted to talk.
And did you talk to him?
Yes, sir.
At what point at which position did you talk to him?
We met at the middle, still now the middle of
the buffer zone.
Buffer zone.
And what did you talk about?
When he came, he told me, your father said he knew that you were the one who will be here. Told him.
Did you know who was referring to who he was referring to when he said your father?
I do.
Who was he referring to?
Yaya Jammeh.
So at this time, Yaya Jammeh was calling you his son?
Yes.
And then what else happened?
He said that he wanted to talk to me. I told him, go and tell my son I'm waiting. Let him come. Then Lieutenant Yaya Jammeh, Second Lieutenant Edward Singateh, and Captain Sonko.
What's his first name, Captain Sonko?
I cannot remember, but he has a nickname, Kankurang.
Could you say that again?
Kankurang, that was his nickname.
So Captain Sonko, alias Kankurang, came with Yaya Jammeh, Lieutenant Yaya Jammeh, and Edward Singateh.
Second Lieutenant Edward Singateh.
Second
yes.
Lieutenant Edward Singateh.
Yes.
And did you have a conversation with them?
Of course I do.
Tell us about it.
They came together with Tumbul, Kupul Tumbul Tamba. Then I had to chase Tumbul Tamba out of that meeting because Tumbul is an NCO. When officers are talking, NCOs are not supposed to be there.
What is an NCO?
Non-commissioned officer. Yaya started ranting, we're going to take this government, corruption and so on. Edward was more soft. Sir, the situation, all those ranting. And Sonko wanted...
Take it easy, take it easy. This is very important.
Okay.
We want to know at the time, what was their state of mind?
Well, the smell of alcohol was very strong.
Do you believe, from whom did you smell this alcohol?
From Yaya and Edward.
Do you believe they were drunk at the time?
I do.
You said Yaya was ranting.
Yes.
And would you say that, did that reinforce your belief that he was drunk?
Yes, no, because I know that Yaya drinks. I knew that he used to drink. I knew it. It was not a secret.
And tell us as much as you can remember about what he said.
Well, basically, what he was saying was about the corruption in the PPP government, that we should, the military, they are going to take over the government and hand it over later to civilian government.
Did he say after what time?
No, then there was no time stated.
What else did he say?
Okay. Then they promised me a place in the cabinet. I told them I'm not interested.
What place did they offer you?
Foreign affairs or interior.
In exchange for what? Did they
for me
ask
joining
for
them.
anything? Could you say again?
For me joining them.
And what else happened?
Well, because I forgot to mention that when I sized Kupul Tamba and his men, when I sized them, observe the weaponry they have, I knew that I cannot, myself and my men, we cannot stop them. Because they were more armed than us. When it comes to only AK-47, there are 7 magazines. AK-47, we are only 2. That's 60 rounds. And they have 7 times 2, that's 2,100 rounds. They have grenades, hand grenades. We don't have any.
That would be 210.
210. They have grenades, and we don't have any grenades. They have rocket-propelled grenades. We don't have it. And our concealment, our defensive position was not that tenable because it was not prepared. You cannot, it's a simple logic. You cannot ask the police to stop the army. That cannot be. The army, the weaponry are not the same. The police are not equipped to fight an army.
So you made that assessment and you concluded that you could not possibly stop them?
Yes, sir.
What actions did you make after that assessment?
After that assessment, I tried to buy time to see if something, an alternative can be done to stop them. But not with my men. It's not possible. And they were so drunk that I knew that if an incident happened there at the bridge, no one could stop the carnage. I will call it carnage.
What did you say to them when they offered you the position of Minister for Foreign Affairs or Interior? In exchange for your cooperation, what did you say to them?
I've told them that I'm not interested. Because I questioned Edu. I told him, you are not married, you have no kid. The same thing to Yaya. You are not married, you have no kid. You don't have any responsibility. I have wife and kids. If I should join you, it should be on my terms. Because I want to save life and property. Said what? They asked me my terms. I told them I'll take command from the bridge up to the State House, and you will not act. You'll only act on my command. They agreed.
And then what happened after that?
Then I asked them time to talk to my men. I've called them up. They've fallen, and I briefed them. I spoke to them. They all consented, and I asked them to turn their beret, because we were using gray berets, gray, and the army is using black. So I asked them to turn their beret so that the black side will come out. They put it as such.
How about your men who were in ambush positions? Did you bring them also to fall in?
No, those are out of that place. I just called the men who were there because Minty and others were away.
How about your men who were concealed?
Yes, I called them out. Those are the people that I called out.
So when you got them to agree to your new orders, you got them to turn their berets to put the black on top.
Yes.
What else did you do?
I left mine as it is, gray. And
on July 22nd, a pivotal moment unfolded in the history of the nation, marked by unexpected decisions and unprecedented actions. Major Suwareh, a key figure in the TSG unit, played a crucial role in shaping the events of the day. Initially, he and his men set up an ambush, aiming to intercept soldiers who were rumored to be advancing toward the State House to stage a coup. This followed the tense events of July 21st, when Major Suwareh and his team successfully thwarted a coup attempt at the airport, leaving many to believe that the threat had been neutralized. However, the rumors of a coup resurfaced with greater intensity on July 22nd. Soldiers began seizing strategic installations and advancing toward the State House, confirming the fears that had lingered since the day before. As tensions rose, Major Suwareh once again mobilized his men, prepared to confront the advancing soldiers. In a dramatic turn of events, as the soldiers approached their ambush positions, Major Suwareh made an astonishing decision. Instead of engaging in combat to prevent the coup, he instructed his TSG men to abandon their ambush positions and stand down. Even more surprising, he ordered them to join forces with the advancing soldiers and march together toward the State House with the intent of overthrowing Jawahar's government. This unexpected move stunned everyone who witnessed it. Major Suwareh's actions not only shifted the dynamics of the coup, but also paved the way for its success. His decision to align with the soldiers ensured that resistance at the State House would be minimal. The soldiers guarding the State House were also part of the TSG unit, making Suwareh's approach highly influential. When Suwareh arrived with the advancing soldiers and urged his fellow TSG guards to lay down their arms to avoid bloodshed, his words carried immense weight. The coup unfolded in a manner unlike any other in history. It was remarkably peaceful, with reports suggesting that the only gunfire heard was due to accidental discharges by soldiers. Major Suwareh's leadership and decisions played a critical role in ensuring that the transition occurred with minimal violence and disruption. This extraordinary series of events left an indelible mark on the nation's history, showcasing how one individual's actions can alter the course of events in ways no one could have anticipated.
What happened to these two groups now? You have Yaya Jammeh and his group, And now you have your group who have turned their berets upside down.
Yeah.
And what happened after that?
They shake hands and fraternize and became one group.
So you amalgamated the groups,
yeah.
the two groups, and then you took command of this new group, correct?
Yes.
What happened after that?
Then I asked Yaya to move tactically towards Banjul. I am going in front because I have some ambushes on the way. And I'm the only one at that moment who could defuse those ambushes. Because as I said, I was out to save life and property.
So you told us earlier that your group was about 48 men divided into two groups.
Yeah.
The mobile group was with Minte, but they were away from the bridge at that moment.
Yes.
So you were left with about 33 stationed at the bridge.
Yes.
And Jammeh's group was about 40 men.
But they added more when they came.
They added more when they came. Do you know how many?
No, I cannot recall.
When the three groups were put together, your one group of 33, the Tumbul Tamba group of 40, and the group that arrived with Yaya Jammeh, when they were all put together, do you have a rough estimate of how many men we are talking about?
We may talk of 100. Okay, I forgot to mention that the reinforcement for the state guard, they were coming from Bakau, from Fajaras. The reinforcement from state guard were part of it. Because
so, apart from your group of 33 that were at the bridge,
Yeah.
you receive reinforcement of state guards from Fajara barracks, correct?
no, from they had their own barracks on around behind MRC. Yeah, they have their own barracks behind MRC.
How many men arrived?
Yeah, it was around between 15 and 20.
And you took command of that group as well, correct?
Yes.
And that group also joined this new group
Yeah.
under your command.
Yeah.
You told us that you ordered Yaya Jammeh and orders to move tactically towards Banjul
Yes.
while you go and deal with the ambushes that were on the way, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah. What I mean by that is let them not rush, because if not, they were going to use vehicles and rush to Banjul. And I asked them to walk and move slowly. Because
What would have happened if they had taken vehicles and rushed towards Banjul?
then there were going to be some deaths. Because already, as I said, the order, the police and everybody received shoot at sight. Now, that's the standing order, shoot at sight.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Your decision to go ahead and deal with these ambushes was intended to clear the way for Yaya and his group when they move to Banjul, correct?
Tactically, I can say yes or no, because my intention was not only to clear, but to reach Banjul and see what we can have as help to deal with the situation, because there was no communication at that time. Then there was no mobile phone or anything else, and the police communication system was already taken over.
So, did you move to Banjul eventually?
Yes, sir.
And on your way to Banjul, did you come across any officers?
On my way to Banjul, I come across ASP Edward Sambu.
Before you met him, did you come across any other officer?
No, it was Edward Sambu that I met just at the entrance of the bridge from Banjul side.
Did you have a conversation with him?
Yes, I do.
What did you tell him?
So I told him that because he didn't see them then, he was on the other side of the bridge. I told him, well, these people, we cannot stand them. We call them the boys. Then that's what I used the word. These boys, we cannot stand them. And I told him the people who were in charge, the one I saw, then it was Edward and Yaya. I told him that we cannot stand them, so let's go back to headquarters and see what we can do. On our way, we met up one of our trucks who was driven by one Sergeant Gumbolo, I can remember that, Gumbolo. We boarded the truck and we met with Captain Samsudin Sar, and there was one double PC who was on traffic station by the oil mill. I asked her to go in and hide herself. So in Banjul, I dropped Edo by Hagan Strait, and I continued with Samsudin Sar to the Marine Unit.
At this time, at Hagan Street,
Yes.
You were close to police headquarters, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your superior officers, where were they based at this moment?
Police headquarters.
Police headquarters and Marine unit, which was closer to you at the time?
It was police headquarters.
Did you go to the police headquarters?
I went there after going to the Marine Unit.
So you decided to go to the Marine unit first before you went to police headquarters, correct?
Yes.
At this stage, you told the commission that the police communications system had gone down, correct?
Correct.
So when you left, up to the time Yaya Jammeh and his group arrived, you negotiated with them and you had your agreement with them. You have not had any communication with your superiors in Banjul, correct?
Correct.
And when you had the chance to arrive in Banjul, you did not immediately go to your police headquarters to report to your superiors, correct?
Correct.
You chose to go to the Marine unit instead, right?
Correct.
Tell us what happened at the Marine unit.
At the Marine Unit, I met the Marine Unit Commander Saihou Antuman.
Did you go alone to the Marine unit or you were accompanied?
I was with Captain Samsudin Sar.
What was the mode of transport?
It was a police truck, a big truck.
Where did you get that police truck from?
When we descended the bridge towards Banjul, that's when we met the truck. It was driven by Gumbolo.
So you took the truck and then you moved to Banjul.
Yes, sir.
And you went to the Marine unit. You met Saihou, you said.
Yes, sir.
You know his full name?
Antuman Saihou.
What was his position?
He was the commander of the Marine, the Navy. Yeah.
And what happened there?
Well, I was requesting for heavy weaponry from him, because at that time it is only the Navy which had some heavy weapons. Because when it comes to the Presidential Guard, I knew what they have in arms and ammunition, because I am the one who supplied them from the armory. I know all their weaponry. They don't have anything that can be of a help. And the Marine unit, they had some heavy machine guns and some anti-aircraft guns.
What did you need that heavy weaponry for?
That was for a standoff.
What standoff?
Standoff with Yaya's group.
But this is no longer Yaya's group, remember? This is now your
Okay,
group.
my group.
So you were looking for weapons to attack your own group. Is that what you want us to believe?
Yes.
Did you get any?
No, sir.
What did you do next?
What I did next, that was the last hope that I had. What I did next, I went to the police headquarters. The IG was not there, and I met Chongan. And I've told him crystal clear that, well, things are over because we cannot stand them, and already my men are with them. So we cannot fight them.
You're telling this commission that you met Chongan at police headquarters,
Yeah, at his office.
and you told him that you had already surrendered
Yeah.
to Yaya Jammeh and his people.
Yes.
What did he say to you?
He thought that it was a joke. Because that's the way I'm saying it. Because he said that we must fight them. And because he didn't see them. At that time, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen Tumultamba. I haven't seen anybody. He has only the orders that he received from the IG that he wanted to enforce. I told him they are not enforceable because you will bring a carnage if you try to stop them right now. And you don't have no friendly forces. You cannot depend on the Presidential Guard. You cannot depend on the, how to call it? That's the time that he told me that they have overrun the Fajara barracks and Touray is nowhere to be found. He told me that in his office.
Did you tell Chongan that at that stage you had become part of Jammeh's group and that you were in fact the commander of that group?
I have told him crystal clear that I'm with them. I have my men with them, and I will not leave my men over there. I'm going back to them.
Did he have you arrested?
No.
Wouldn't it be normal that under such circumstances he should have you arrested?
If in an established thing, yeah, it should have been. But the situation was so tense and there was no manpower. He listened to me. He understood what I have told him.
Would you be surprised that Mr. Chongan had no recollection of this? In fact, according to his testimony, he was shocked to see you at the bar at police headquarters, and he did not have any conversation with you other than to tell you to join him in his vehicle and head back to the bridge.
Well, it's 23 years ago, but I can fully remember. From there, from his office, I went downstairs to RSMCC. He was heading complaint and discipline, and he was one of the experienced gendarmes, former field force to gendarme and TSG. He did a tour of duty in Liberia, the first tour of duty, and I explained to him the weapons that these people have that we cannot, there's no way that we can stop them.
Did Mr. Chongan leave you behind at the police?
No.
What happened?
We went together in his vehicle. It was a Pajero. We went together with I went with him in his Pajero and some men to an ambush that he set at Stincon, no, Radio Seat.
What were you going to do?
When we set out, I was trying to convince him to lift the ambush, which he did not. And I dropped from Radio Seed. There was a coming 504.
Hold a second. You are suggesting that on the way from police headquarters to Radio Seed, you were trying to convince AIG Chongan
Yes.
to not resist the coup, correct?
Yes.
But would it surprise you that Mr. Chongan also has no recollection of this particular conversation?
I won't be surprised because it's 23 years ago.
So here we are. The first conversation you said, which occurred at police headquarters, Mr. Chongan had no recollection of it. Again, the second conversation in the vehicle ride between police headquarters to Radio Seat, Mr. Chongan also had no recollection of that conversation.
Okay.
Don't you find it odd?
No, it surprised me.
So at Radio Seat, you dropped. You left the vehicle. Did you have any other conversation with Mr. Chongan?
I told him that I'm going to meet my men. Then a 504 was coming from the prisons, a prison's 504. They wanted to go for the market for their lunch and so on. Because still now people don't know what's going on. They thought it was just a normal exercise. I commended the 504 and went to meet the group, Yaya and others. I just met them at the outskirts of the prisons. I dropped, they left the vehicle and took over the command.
At this stage, what was Mr. Chongan doing?
I left him at his ambush area.
Would you say that he was organizing his ambush?
Yes, I left him there.
And he was still at the posture of resisting the coup?
Yes.
So you went back to the group with
Yes.
Yaya. You reclaimed command of that group, right?
Yes.
So now you are leading the coup, correct?
Yes.
What else did you do?
I asked them to move about 100 or 150 meters behind me on tactical formation. So I was walking ahead in the middle of the road.
Did you have your beret torn to
No.
show that you were...
Till now, no.
So by still having that gray beret, walking on the middle of the road, you knew at this point where the ambushes were located, correct?
Yes.
Did you communicate with these ambushes on the road?
No, I communicated with the head of the ambush, that's Chongan.
But yes, you did communicate with Chongan.
Yes.
But there were other elements of the ambush who were concealed in the shrubs and in other places.
Yes.
Did you speak to these men?
Not at that moment, because when I reached almost the foam factory, I was raising, because I know that I was raising my weapon with my left hand, and raising my right hand, shouting at them not to shoot. They started shooting. And I turned back telling the others, Yaya and others, not to respond.
Do you know who was shooting?
I know some of them. I called their names.
Who?
I call late Valentine.
What is his
Harry Valentine.
What rank was he at the time?
He was ASP.
And who else?
I call Inspector C. I call Job. I forgot his first name.
How about Chongan? Did you see him
I didn't
there?
call him up. I did it.
Did you see him there?
No. But I know he was there.
How do you know that?
Okay. I dropped him between the time that I dropped from his vehicle and the time we came back, the shooting started. It was less than 25 minutes. So it was one police officer called Kamara. I forget his first name. Who was behind a tomb, taking position behind a tomb. He was the one who was shouting, "Commander Chongan is here, Commander Chongan is here."
Correct me if I'm wrong. You were basically outing the ambushes and getting them to cooperate. Is that right?
Yes.
You did that as the person who was leading the group that was staging the coup, correct?
Protecting life and property. In protecting life and property.
When this man said Commander Chongan was there, did you see him at any point?
No.
Gunshots that were made as at the time you were approaching. For how long did they go on?
They went for 2-3 minutes.
And they stopped.
Yes.
What did you do after that?
When they stopped, the ambush, they came out and their weapons.
Did anybody call them out?
Yeah, I was calling them out.
You knew exactly where these ambushes were, correct?
Yes.
You knew the personnel who were
I know
mounting
some of the
ambushes.
personnel.
And you called them out?
I called them out.
As their superior officer?
Yeah.
And they complied?
They complied.
And what happened after that?
Their weapons were seized and put in a truck.
In military parlance, they were disarmed,
yes.
Right? And what happened to their weapons?
It was put in a truck.
And what happened to the men who were disarmed?
Had a short conversation with them, explaining to them what happened and so on.
What did you say to them?
Now I've told them that, well, this is a coup, and we have no chance of stopping them. I think it's better to join them than to create havoc at this moment, at this time.
Did you tell them that now you are in fact leading the coup?
No, I didn't say anybody I am leading the coup. I've never said that to anyone. It's
What I mean is, let me rephrase the question. Did you tell them that as at this time you were taking command of the group that was leading the coup?
No. I told that only to Yaya, Edward, and Sonko.
So you did not say that to the men?
No.
You did not say that to Chongan?
No.
You did not say that to any of your superior officers?
Only these three people.
No, I just want to put it on the record that you did not say it to any of your superior officers.
Yes.
You did not even say it to those at the Marine unit?
No.
You did not say it to Captain Samsudin Sar, with whom you rode from the bridge to the Marine unit?
No.
Not even to Sambo?
No.
It was only to these three people.
Yes.
So at this stage, you have outed all those in the ambush and got them disarmed. And now what happened after that?
Now we move on, walking towards Banjul.
In what formation?
Tactical formation.
Who led that?
I.
And where exactly did you go in Banjul?
Now, before arriving in Banjul, there was a cotton tree by the cemetery. That's where.
Which cemetery? Christian or
Christian
Muslim
cemetery. But just before Gambia High School. That's where I saw Minty and his team. I saw Minty, I know his team was there.
Which Minty are you referring
Lieutenant
to?
Minty, my mobile.
So which Lieutenant Minty was this?
Bini Minty.
You mean the lieutenant in charge of the mobile unit at the time?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a conversation with him?
Yes, sir.
What did you say to him?
I have told him that as long as we cannot stop them and to save life and property, these people, I told him categorically, these people are so drunk and agate, and they're edgy at this moment. It is better just to join them and finish up this thing. If not, there will be a carnage. These people, they are ready for anything. And Minty comply and understood. And I asked him to turn his beret. All the time that I was talking to Minty and Jaju, Yaya and others are still far behind me. Because they were waiting to get the results. When they saw that Minty turned his beret and the others, everybody turned their beret, they knew now it's okay.
This is, you would agree with me that this would have been the third line of defense
Yes.
that was mounted.
Yes.
The first was your defense at the bridge. The second was the ambush
Yes.
around Radio Seed. And the third now is Gambia High School,
Yes.
area where Minty and his team were.
Yes.
So third line of defense, all cleared, correct?
Yes.
And Minty and his group, were they disarmed?
No.
They joined
Yes.
the other force
Yes.
and still under your leadership, correct?
Yes.
What happened after that?
When we went to the roundabout.
Perhaps it's now 5 minutes to the lunch break.
But was there any conflict in your own mind that, not having discussed anything with them before, and as I said, the commission that you were given to go defend the bridge, and suddenly, or within a very short time, you became head of this group that is trying to change the situation. Was there any conflict in your own mind about that transformation?
Well, this was a strategic decision because when we come to it, I may accuse the Jawara government of being they prepare their own coup by not having a counterbalance to the army. Because I can fully remember when the 3 containers of arms came from China, then I was the commander of the mobile gendarmerie. Then the gendarmerie was on. I had a long talk with then Colonel Ndaunjai that we, the gendarmerie, we needed some of those weapons, especially the 80mm mortars, and some GPMGs, and so that I can train my men on those weapons. But he categorically refused that those weapons are meant for the army and it will remain for the army. And well, one can tell you that I was born in 1956, then in 81, I was not a kid. I could recall what happened in 81. I have seen what happened in 81. Those who sacrificed their life, what happened to their families after 81, and all what happened. I was present. I was here in 81. So that's why I say it's strategic. It was a strategic decision, and my decision was not to be part of the coup. If it was, I was going to. The way I became the leader, I could have been the president if I wanted to, if I was part of the coup. Because I will not accept my second lieutenant or a lieutenant to be my commander when I was in the cooking. Because I knew that what I was expecting to have help, and the only help that I was expecting is from the Marine unit. I knew the Senegalese will never come again to help because of their bitter experiences with the Jawara government. That's why I said I was trying to save life and property. It doesn't make sense to try to fight them. It doesn't make sense because they will just massacre us in 10 minutes and go along. And I'll assure you, if one was killed, if one person was killed, it may be worse than 81. Because at least 81, we had ragtags, people who were not trained. And they freed the prisoners. We have ragtags. And this time we have trained soldiers, professionals. And some have seen battle in Liberia. It's a complete different ball game.
I am surprised that you, as a very well-trained army officer, was given an instruction to shoot at first sight. Why didn't you carry that order?
Sir, I have told you that I assess the situation because I know what I have. I know what I can do with what I have. And when I saw what they have, I know what it can do. It was not going to do any good. If that was the case, today we will not be here. Because I'm not using the word killing, but I am using carnage. Carnage, because it was going to be very awful. Because most of those elements, I said they were drunk. And they were not properly trained with those weapons. Because still, if you know, you will see that those weapons were never been used. You will see the oil.
Suwareh, bang lay laaj sa groupe bi ak groupe Yaya Jammeh bi ngeen tasee ak bi ngeen waxtaanee ba jogante lako ba ngeen juboo boobu da ngeen juboo woon ci kaw léegi nañ dogal coup bi wala da ngeen juboo woon ci kaw nañ bàyyi léegi ñaareel bi itam am na kaddu bi nga wax fii kaddu bu rafet la parce que soo toppoon sa njiit yi liñ la digaloon boo ñëwee boo demee koo gis fetalal boo fetale woon du baax musiba dana doon am ak li nga wax itam soo gisee defoo loolu da nga doon aar nit ñi da nga doon aar alal nit ñi ak bakkan doomi aadama yi loolu moom kontaan naa ci rafet na trop waaye léegi li ngeen juboo woon loolu man laa bëggoon nga leeralal ma.
Can I answer in Wolof? Okay. Juboo bi lenn la man xawma nu ma ko mun a waxee ci olof waaye dinañ ne xëj na dama doon naxee mbow waaw dama doon naxee mbow ngir bu ñuy juboo foofu suma xel nekkutoon ci juboo suma xel moo nekkoon naka la yàlla naa mun a tardelee buñ teel a eega Banjul bañ jéem a seet ndax dinañ mun a am lu leen ay ndimbal feneen ngir comme nu ma ko waxee moo nekk ne soldaar bi ak police bi dafa ute bu gànnaay yi ñëwee ca jamono booba gendarmerie baa nga am laajte woon naa gànnaay ci gànnaay yooyu mooy gànnaay yu yore pour jàngal ci because gànnaay soo ko amee tam te jëfewuloo ko jànguloo ko njëriñam dina néew te day nekk lu dangereux ci nit ki because soo ko xamul munoo ko nga bugg koo yore loolu moom mun naa indi masibo bu ma laajtee loolu joxuñ ma ko ñu ne ma loolu pour soldat si la de pour gendarmerie bi te buñ tasee gendarmerie bi taxawal gendarmerie bi boole ko police bi police yi léegi gendarmerie bi tudda TSG amuñ ngànnaay pour xeex xam nga ngànnaayu xeex ak ngànnaayu def juuti di garder place dafa ute ngànnaay dañoo ute mun naa nekk benn ngànnaay bi waaye lu muy àndal li comme wax naa ne ñun ñu ngi amoon ñaari magazine ñaari paquet bu am bal waaye ñoom bu ñëwee seen fetel li ñu ngi amee ñetti paquet yu am bal boole ceeg ñu ngi amee ci seen poos bi ci dënn bi ku nekk ñeenti paquet ak lu ñoo wax hand grenade fete ñuy sànni ci loxo ñoom ñu ngi ko amee ñun loolu suma gars yi sax suñ ko gisee mu ci cinéma lañ ko gisee ñu ngi amee tam machine feteli machine yu dijj yu am doole yi comme su fekkee ne bàyyi nga say sooy seetaan fii mi ay Rambo yeeg fii mi xeexi américaine da nga ñu ngi ko yore def ci bal yu bëri nii ñun loolu amuñ ko amuñ gànnaay te ko amuñ gànnaay doo mun a xeex ko am gànnaay nit ki ku nekk dafa am bakken nit ki looy njëkkee ci àdduna si moo nekk lan sécurité mu ngi doogee ci sa boppa nga secure sa boppa self preservation ci fii lañ ko fekk ku nekk loolu lay njëkkee te lu moo wax li tam lu set la ma ne 81 fekk na am naa lu mu bon ñaar fukki at ak juróom doonatuma xale gis naa lu xew 81 kenn nettaliwuma ko lu ma gis la te gis naa nu mujj gis naa ñoo xam ne seen bakken dañ ko tegoon gis naa nuñ mujj seen njaboot yi gis naa nuñ mujj ñu sacrifice on seen bopp gis naa nu leen nguur gi traité so man tam fu ma jaar ma secure suma bopp jëkka.
Mr. Suwareh, my first point is your defiance of the order and your introduction of your own order were twofold. Apart from asking the security not to resist, you also initiated controlling ordinary vehicles, which was not within the orders you were given. They did not say no transport across the bridge. They said no soldier. So ordinary passengers going to work on orders should have been left to go on normal business. One, the advantage of that would have been that place would not be congested with civilians to be sealed, in other words, because I wouldn't want to shoot because there are civilians. When we shoot here, there will be many. That's one area that I did not think an intelligent person, officer like you, would have encouraged if you weren't involved in the planning, or if you had not adequately cherished this thing. One. Two, you said you knew you did not have the capacity. That was well before. But then, in fact, there is a capacity that's already segregated or divided from the main camp, which could do some amount of resistance. That's the Marine. When your superiors gave you the order, and you knew it was imprudent, because that's what you are impressing me anyway, that you knew it was imprudent, so you said, hold on until I give order. Didn't you, I thought as an intelligent trained officer like you, would have thought that let's also reinforce ourselves with that similar sophisticated, high-powered machinery from the Marine to reinforce us and then there will be some amount of resistance. 2. 3, I don't understand why you prejudice the fact that we wouldn't have foreign support at all. We could have explored it. There was an avenue if you had given the chance. But all of this, I don't know how to call it. You made sure none of this worked, and then all of a sudden you enhanced. What was wrong?
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner Kente. I think I have raised the issue here of what we call the intelligent bayonet. That is a knife with 2 sharp sides. Those things, you are trained as an officer on this knife of two sides sharp, 2 edges. Well, you had the chance to take your initiative on those, on orders. But it's true, if you succeed, it won't cut you. Although you defy orders. But if you succeed, it won't cut you. But if you fail, it will cut you. These are some of the initiatives that I took. It was my responsibility. When they give me the order to shoot at sight, those were the orders. In the office, those were in the office, I am on the ground. That's why we have always what we call staff officers and field officers. They are different. They can be trained in the same school, everything, but when it comes to mentality, there is a little bit of difference. And as you said, I can swear on my kids and everything. I have never been part of this. The only contact I had with them is there at the bridge. And I did it to save life and property. That's why I knew definitely that we couldn't stop them. And as I said, they were edgy. I'm not a psychologist, but I could see and sense that these people, they are on the edge. Just let me tell you, they felt, I'm not there, but one can see that they felt that already they've been discovered. They took the advance. Because, as I said, the first mistake was not to arrest them that day, that night. As they were not arrested, they knew now things, if it is not completely known, but at least investigation may get onto them. So they regrouped at night and took action. And definitely for the whole night, those people didn't sleep. You can see it from their eyes. And as I said, they were drunk. And they were all out. It was it or death. And they were determined.
Excuse me, I will follow up. You have answered one part of it. The other part is you were not asked to stop the normal traffic, and you did, one. And two,
hold on.
You know, there were substitutes that would have complemented you, and you failed to until at a time when it wasn't necessary.
Good, here we come. I'm a field officer. I'm on the field. The staff officers, as I said, it was their responsibility to look for substitute, not me, the field officer on the field. As I said, when it was when I felt that I was to look for something, that was during the January time, I went to ask for weapons. But at this moment, at this juncture, it was not me. It was the responsibility of the command to provide for me so I can do what they want me to do. It was not my responsibility to go and search for what I need to come and do what I need to do. And sorry, let me come. And you were talking about the possibility of having help somewhere. I've told you that in 81, I was not a kid. I was not a kid in 81. I knew what happened and everything. Sorry. And for any help.
Mr. Chairman, perhaps this is a convenient time to break.
Here, excuse me.
Hold a second, Commissioner.
My point here, Suwareh, is not now about, because you stopped the traffic before the appearance of the junta. Hold on, just don't answer yet. So already you had already arranged something that is stop the traffic. I said that was defiance, that was not in the order, and it wasn't necessary. Because you said those traffic, the passengers and drivers, whatever, you did not disclose to them what you had had or were strategizing. So you could have just let them go if there was nothing else. That's what I said. I said, yes, it's not your mandate to go and search for other weapons that could challenge this, but you could have think of proposing it to those responsible. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kinte. Please don't respond right away. I think we will take the other questions, and you can take them en bloc towards the end. Commissioner Jones.
Mr. Chairman,
yes, please.
Can we possibly do this after the lunch break?
Yeah, I know.
Otherwise, it would obstruct the scheduling, and it may have some.
I know, but just allow these few questions from the other commissioners to be fair to them as well. Sorry. Please go ahead, Commissioner Jones.
Commissioner Jones, thank you, Mr. Suwareh. I'm just trying to make meaning of your narration, because from what you explained, it seemed the disbandment of the gendarmerie, sorry to take you back a little further, could have been or could be perceived as a contributing factor that led to the 1994 coup. And again, when the gendarmerie was disbanded, it seemed like the leaders of, or the members of the 1994 coup were members of the gendarmerie that moved to the army and were not part of the police with the TSG. So I just wanted to know, at that time, how was it decided who moves to the army and who moves to the police? Was it a personal decision? And then secondly, regarding the weapons that the gendarmerie had, how was this distributed? Was everything moved to the army, or were some given to the police as well? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr.
Commissioner Carr, I have two questions. One is your position on self-preservation. How does it fit into your pledge to defend this country against security threats? The second is, you said there was a relationship of trust between you and the officers organizing the coup. Don't you think you could have done more to convince them to abort the coup using that?
Thank you very much. Council, would you want him to take these questions after the break, or can he give short answers to the commissioners and then
we can
continue?
Take them after the break. He would have had time to think about them after the break.
Is that okay? The commissioners, you don't mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may continue with the witness, Council.
Could you kindly answer the last two questions you were asked by Commissioner Jones and Commissioner Carr?
Well, I want to let Commissioner Carr know that even in the battlefield, when the soldier is fighting another soldier, he has in back of his mind self-preservation. That's the first thing for a human being. It's only suicide attackers that doesn't care about self-preservation. Even in the battlefield, you want to go home.
May I continue my examination from that?
Third Commissioner Jones had asked also a question. Yeah. You're reminding about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner Jones asked this question about the arms. Perhaps Commissioner Jones can just repeat the question, please.
Yes, the question was at the disbandment of the gendarmerie, who decided which officers went to the army and the police, and the second one, what happened to the weapons?
All right, as I mentioned earlier, the gendarmerie was not that much heavily armed. Okay, for the choice, it was left to the officers to choose where to go, and I said only 2 commissioned officers choose to go to the army, and a sergeant and few other ranks. Not much went to the army. Almost all the gendarmerie stayed with the police.
I now resume my examination of the witness on a point of clarification on this answer you have just given. I recall in your earlier testimony, you suggested that the military police in the gendarmerie moved to the army. Did they move as a unit, or only a few men from the military police unit went to the army?
I can say that 90% of the military police went to the army.
Thank you very much for that clarification. Earlier on, you testified about July 22nd, and your testimony went as far as events that happened at Gambia High School, when at this point you were able to talk to Lieutenant Lieutenant Bineminte, who was at that time the commander of the mobile unit that was deployed. And he also agreed to join the group, and then he also and his men turned their berets upside down. Unlike the police, they were not disarmed. Is that a summary of what has happened?
Correct.
Can you now tell us what happened after that? From Gambia High School, now that this group has joined the larger group, what happened?
When we read it roundabout, we divided into 2 groups. Edward and Minte and Sonko and Jaju, they went through Independence Drive going towards State House.
Okay. Point of clarification here. The group that you met at the bridge, it comprised, you said, Captain Mamadou Sonko, Lieutenant Yaya Jammeh, and Sub-Lieutenant Edward Singateh, correct?
As I said, they went.
No, could you answer that question? That is the group you'd met with at the bridge and discussed?
Correct.
Who was senior in rank amongst them?
Sonko was senior in rank. He was captain.
Was Sonko in charge of the group or not at that time?
No, Sonko was not in charge. Sonko, one can call it as a draftee. He just came and joined, maybe willingly or unwillingly, because all those who were within the group were battle ready. What do I mean by battle ready, dress battle ready? They were in full gears, and as I said, the webbing belts and, AK-47, three magazines on the AK-47, and Sonko was wearing just a camouflage shirt, a trouser, boots, and holding a pistol. So that one was not battle ready. Then he was not initially with the people who left. And in my interaction with them, it has proven that it was Yaya who was in charge.
So this group, together with the reinforcement from Bakau that came, was added to the group, joined the group, and those who were in the ambushes were disarmed. Now Lieutenant Bineminte and his group also joined. You arrived at Independence Drive. One group went through Independence Drive, and where did the other group go to?
The other group, it was as officers, myself and Yaya, that I can recall, and the others. We went through Marina Parade.
How was it decided that at that junction of Independence Drive and Marina Parade, you separated into two groups? How was that decision made?
I made the decision.
And what did you say to them?
Because you may know that we have All Atlantic residents, All Atlantic Hotel. We have the state guards who were resident there, and we needed to have them because, as I said,
excuse me. Could you say that again? We needed to what?
We needed to get them on the site because, as I said, I was out to save life and property.
The grey, what would the grey side of the beret do for you at that time?
The grey side of the beret shows to others that I am not part of the Coup group. At first sight.
So that made it possible for those in defensive positions to accept you. Is that what you're saying to us?
Correct.
And that would give you the opportunity to go and talk to them without being fired at.
Correct.
So why did you make this decision to have a part of the group go through Independence Drive and then another part go through Marina Parade?
One shouldn't put all his eggs in one basket. It was strategic.
Strategic aim at what objective?
Objective was taking State House.
Are you suggesting that at the time you felt that if one group if the entire group took one route, that would not be the best course of action? Is that what you're suggesting?
Correct.
When you decided to split the group into two, did the other officers have any objection to it?
No.
Duly complied with your suggestion?
Yes.
Was it an order or a suggestion?
Well, it was not as an order per se, because I showed them the possibilities. It makes more sense to be in two groups, one Independence Drive, one Marina.
Okay. And you and Yaya Jammeh and that group, you went through Marina Parade. And what happened along the way?
When we arrived at the NSS, he wanted to storm the NSS. Then I told him, don't waste your time. These people, they are nothing right now. Because if they were effective, you will not be here. All their intelligence is nil. Already you are here. They have no weapon, they have nothing. Just leave them alone. Let's go. And when we arrived at the army headquarters, there was no one, only the guard. There was no officer, only one sergeant, the guard commander, and his men. He came out.
Was he armed at the time?
Yes.
Who approached him first?
I, because I was in front.
What was the distance between you and the rest of the group?
It was about 20, 30 meters because it's in a built-up area.
And did you have a conversation with this lone sergeant who was there guarding the establishment?
Yes.
And what did you discuss?
I told him about the situation. He said that now he knows why there is no officer who reported on duties.
What exactly did you tell him?
I've told him that at this present moment, we are moving to take over the State House. Then it's a coup in progress.
Did you ask him to join?
I do, but we asked him to stay and guard the army headquarters.
Before you left, did he assure you of his support?
Yes, he did.
And what happened after that?
After that, it was just a stone throw to the old Atlantic, not far away. They were watching us, and I can fully remember that it was Corporal Seydi Khan, he was a former gendarme who was on guard.
At that time, what was the old Atlantic used for?
It was a residence for this, one of the residents for the State Guard. We have more of outriders living there.
At that time, was that place staged for a defense, as a defense position?
Well, tactically, it was not a good defensive position, but they were defending their resident. Because their defense is just for that portion.
It was a defense nonetheless?
Yeah, it was a defensive position, yeah.
So you mentioned one person called Seydi Khan.
Yes.
Did you see him when you approached that place?
Yes, I approached him and I spoke to him. He told me that I asked him who is the guard commander today. He said it's Lai Baji. I told him to call Lai Baji. He shouted at Lai Baji, who was in. Lai Baji came. Lai Baji was a former field force turned to gendarme, and I know him very well. We know each other because he was my drill instructor, one of my drill instructors. I spoke to Lai Baji, explained to him. He said, no, they didn't agree. Then I told him, you, Lai, how can you defend here? What do you have? AK-47, one magazine? What else? Each AK-47, one magazine? At your armory, you know that I know what is there. There is nothing. Then I told him the reinforcement that you were waiting from, I forgot the name of the barrack, but behind MRC. I told him, did they come? He said no. I told him they're here. He looked at them and saw his own people, his reinforcement. Then Yaya spoke to him in Jola. They spoke, they opened the gate. We went in, and I told him to call Lantombong. Then Lantombong was twice here to Kababajo. Kababajo was already at the boat with the president.
At that point in time, who was the most senior officer commanding State House?
Lantombong, Tamba.
Then when you went inside Old Atlantic with Yaya Jammeh and others, what happened?
I called Lantombong and he passed me over the phone.
Who called Lantombong?
Lai Baji, the guard commander.
And who spoke to him first?
I spoke to him first.
And what did you say to him?
I explained to him the situation, what happened, what is in progress. And I showed him that, well, he has no chance to put up a fight. One, he doesn't have the ammunition. Two, he doesn't have the men. 3, he doesn't have the firepower. He is not expecting any friendly forces for reinforcement. He has no reinforcement coming in. And there is no means that the door cannot be a security for them because of the weapons that are with the insurgents. Just one RPG is enough to open the gate. So to save life and property, the best thing is for him just to join. And I told him, moreover, who are you defending, the State House or where is the president? Because already I knew the president was there. He said he left. I told him, if you want to lose your life, try. But we are coming. And if we come, I gave you 5 minutes to open the gate. If not, we will open it ourselves. Then Yaya asked me to talk to, he asked me the phone and Yaya spoke to him in Jola.
Okay, before that, you made an effort to convince Lang Tombong to join. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, Yaya spoke to him in Jola.
In Jola.
And what happened?
I don't know what they said to each other. But whatever the case, we were going. When he finished talking, he said, okay, let's go.
And who took lead?
It was always me.
Then what happened?
We went up to the Marina Parade gate. I knocked the small door. When it was opened, it was ASP Sonko who opened the gate.
Did you know ASP Sonko before?
Yes, he's my badge mate. In the Janamar, he's my badge mate.
At this stage, how did you wear your beret?
Still, I left it as it was, grey.
Still conveying the impression that you are still TSG, correct?
Yes.
And what did he say?
Well, he said that he heard the conversation I had with Lantombong. Told him now, just open the main gate, let us get in, because you cannot stop us. He ordered 2 of the sentries to open the gate. We opened the gate and we went in. The time that we are reaching the State House guard room, the other gate opened. That's the gate coming through Makati Square. Then Edward came in, and the others. Then I saw Sabaly for the first time. I saw Sabaly. And Hydara. And they came. We assembled the state guard, and they talked to them.
Who
and
assembled
I told
them?
What?
Who ordered that they be assembled?
It was Yaya who Lantombong. Yaya who told Lantombong to assemble everybody.
And then what happened after that?
Well, there was a small talk of what happened and everything. That nothing happened. No one was hurt. No fly was hurt. And then the change of government is taking place, but. They had to fight corruption, and that was after 1.
After 1 p.m.
Yeah, after 1 p.m.
Who was the most senior officer present at the time?
Me? I was the most senior officer present.
And what happened after that meeting you had?
From there, I told Yaya and Edu, I told them, well, I gave you the State House, I'm finished. Then I walked, on my way, I walked through, I went to the police headquarters.
And what happened there?
When I went to the police headquarters, just explaining to other officers what happened. Because everybody was there, not doing anything. Then
at the police headquarters, did you see Chongan this time?
Yes, I saw him.
Did you have a conversation with him?
Yes. And he told me that
tell us about it.
he told me when he saw that he couldn't do anything, he had to go through the mangroves, to Tobacco Road. Came back. I met him and at first I met him at the fire station, at the firehouse up.
Would it surprise you that Mr. Chongan has no recollection of this?
Well, that's him. But I have those recollections. Then we went to his office. And there were other senior police officers. That's where Hydara and Sana came.
When you arrived at the police headquarters, where did you first see Chongan?
At the firehouse.
And do you recall what time of the day this was?
It was around 2, after 2.
And what happened during your meeting at the fire service? Did you tell him what you did?
Of course, I did.
Did he say anything?
Well, he didn't believe. He couldn't believe that it has happened so fast. Because he said that he didn't trust the boys on what they said.
After that, what happened?
After that, we went to his office at the main police headquarters. Some officers came, police officers, I cannot recall them. That's where Saihou Sabaly and Hydara came. And Sana was very rude on the way he was talking to people, because he was to explain things at least, but he was a bit rude, and he had a little bit altercation with Chongan.
And what happened after that?
Then he left. From there, I bought a vehicle and went home to Bakau. For me, I was done with it for that day.
Did you attend State House again after that?
Yes, I do.
When did you go there?
No, sorry. Before going to Bakau, I went to the State House.
And what happened there?
Then there's this Dr. Yaya, what's his name again?
Which service did he belong to, if any?
To the army. I think he's Pachak. Oh. He was a medical doctor, Jai.
Medical doctor Jai Pachak from the army.
I think
that's what you said, right?
I think his nickname was Pachak. Yeah.
And what happened there?
Then we're sitting in the main.
Tell us who was present.
There was Dr. Jai.
What was his rank at the time?
Commander. Major.
Okay.
It was Yaya, Sadibu, Saihou Sabaly, myself, I believe Mamad Cham.
What was the rank of Mamad Cham at the time?
Captain. I believe Kambi was there too, Captain Kambi. Who else? Well,
do you know Kambi's first name?
I believe it's Bakari. I am not sure. I know it's
But Captain Kambi here.
Captain Kambi, yeah.
From which service?
From the army.
Who else?
No, the rest I cannot catch.
And what happened at this place?
Well, we were just talking. At one moment, Saihou Sabaly, Edward, and Yaya choose to retire in a room. They said they have something to discuss.
Why did they choose to retire to discuss amongst the three of them?
Among the three of them.
Was Sadibu Hydara involved?
No, Sadibu, yes. Edward, Yaya, Sadibu, and Sana.
That would be four of them.
Four of them, yeah. They retired.
Why were the others excluded?
The others were not original. They are not original part of it. They were the four people, so they had something to discuss between four of them.
What happened after that?
I left for my home, Bakau.
So before they finished their conversation, you left?
I left.
Before this time, before you left, did Yaya Jammeh address the group that was present?
The officers, not in my presence.
Did you hear any talk about who was going to take charge of the affairs of this country from that moment onwards?
No.
You left and you went home to Bakau. What happened after that?
The next morning, around 7 o'clock, I went to the State House. That was Saturday morning.
Was the State House your normal duty station?
No, but seeing the circumstances, that's where I should go and know what's going on.
Why not at the police headquarters?
Well, that was my decision, to go to the State House to know what's going on.
And what happened there?
Then we moved to there used to be, I don't know now, a small hut by the School of Nursing. A small hut. We moved around there.
Who moved there?
Yaya, Edward, myself, then Sheriff Mbai came, left Captain, Chief Superintendent Sheriff Mbai, Lieutenant Ndur, Pambai, who else? Okay, I can remember these people. So then we are looking for how, strategizing how to consolidate the gains.
What were the gains?
The country is the gain. The State House and everything. That was the gain, how to consolidate it.
And what did you decide?
Well, as we were discussing different scenarios, Sana came with his convoy, and he came with Sadibu Hydara. He didn't know what people were talking about. He just came, rushed, and started shouting, "People are walking and you are sitting here." I got mad and I insulted his mother. Then we each all of us, we cocked our rifles. We were ready to shoot each other. Edu grabbed him Edo and Sadibu grabbed him. Yaya grabbed me because we were going to fight. So then we made peace, talk, and we settled it.
At this stage, was a council set up?
No.
At this stage, was leadership defined?
It was said it was Yaya because already it was announced.
How about members of the council? Were they already announced?
No, I cannot recall that, but I know it's that day that Major Gibba and Lieutenant Yankuba Touray came. In that morning, they came and met us there.
At this stage, were the powers of Saihou Sabaly already cemented? Was he at this stage regarded as the tough guy he ultimately became?
I would say yes, because the way he rushed and with siren and so on, I think it was cemented since the day before when they started this thing. I believe so.
So what happened afterwards?
Well, afterwards, I was given the role of Provost Marshal. That is
what is Provost?
The military police. I was given the role of military police to control the soldiers so that they will not do any excess, to police them.
In fact, you are policing the security arrangements that were in place.
Yes.
And those security arrangements were put in place to consolidate the gains, correct?
Yes.
So in a sense, correct me if I'm wrong, in a sense your responsibility was to further strengthen what was already achieved.
Yes.
Which was at this stage an overthrow of the constitutional order.
Yes.
And what happened after that?
Well, life went smooth. I arrested some young officers, some police, some army officers who were stealing fuel at the Shell station. Others were going to gas stations, just bringing a vehicle, putting it full of gas without paying, and those small things. Well, at one point, we had some grenades that I had to explode in Tuyereng. Somebody threw away the grenades. I don't know, he was running or something. It fell down. Nothing major happened, luckily, during that period.
Would you say that the role of Provost Marshal at this period was a critical position?
Yes. Well, he was to see that the discipline of the soldiers are maintained.
And what happened subsequently to you?
Well, subsequently, when they built up, their cabinet and orders, I went back to Fajara Barracks.
Were you given the position you were promised?
I didn't ask for any position, and I rejected it at the bridge. I told her I don't want any position. I don't want any cabinet position. I don't want it. That was not why I was joining them.
Okay, so you went back to the barracks.
Yes.
They formed their cabinet. What happened after that?
Later, around August 18, I was called at the State House and given a letter that I'm appointed Commissioner North Bank.
Did you accept that position?
Yes.
Did you deploy to North Bank as Commissioner?
Yes, sir.
And for how long have you served as Commissioner?
Almost 2 years. By June 96, I was relieved as commissioner.
Would you consider your appointment as commissioner as a reward?
No. No.
What would you consider it to be?
Well, because Yaya told me personally that he heard that the Baribus are the most difficult, the Baribunkas are the most difficult people to deal with. He said, no, I'm saying what he said, to deal with. And he trusted me to take care of that area. Yes, that's
He needed a man he could trust,
yes,
to handle the Badibunkas. That's what you're telling us.
Yes.
Commissioner Kinte would not take kindly to that. But anyway, and so you stayed at North Bank for 2 years.
Almost.
And what happened after that?
Well, after a small altercation, I was removed and redeployed in the army.
What was the reason for your redeployment?
Well, I cannot say fully that, but I know that at one time in Caravan, at a meeting, he asked me to promise things for them. I told him I'm not doing it. If he wants to promise, let him come and promise. But
who asked you to promise something?
Yaya.
Yaya who?
Yaya Jammeh, the president.
Was he president at the time? Or
He was chairman.
What was it he wanted you to promise?
So I think it was about the extension of the electric system in Caravan. So as I was the commissioner, there was no vote on it and there was nothing on it. And previously, before even leaving, he said that we shouldn't promise people anything. So why should I promise? And I didn't see any way to deliver it. If he wants to promise, let him come. He's coming to talk after me. Let him do the promise, not me. I'm not doing it.
So, and you were removed?
I think that's one of the things. That's why I was removed, because.
Were you redeployed somewhere?
Well, I was redeployed to the army.
As what?
As a major. Then a week later, I was redeployed to the police again to form up the PIU.
What happened after that?
Well, after the PIU, I was deployed at the drug squad, at the command of the drug squad. Then on October, I think 1999, by executive orders, I was dismissed.
Was that the end of it for you in the service of the country?
Officially, yes.
You were never reinstated?
No.
Let's try to recap what happened between in July 22nd, 1994. You received your orders to sit and kill. You went to the bridge. You modified those orders. You negotiated with Jammeh and his followers. You agreed to join them. Correct?
Yes.
Reinforcement was sent from Bakau. You convinced them to join.
No, reinforcement for the presidential guard. Let's make it a little bit different.
Yes, that's what I meant. Reinforcement for the presidential guard came forward. You convinced them to join. You convinced your own group to join. You convinced all the people set in the ambush to join? Confirm by saying yes or no.
Yes.
You convinced the last defense, Bineminte, Lieutenant Bineminte and his group to join, correct?
Yes.
You also convinced the lone guard you found at military headquarters to join, correct?
Yes.
You also convinced the state guards at Atlantic Road, at Old Atlantic Hotel to join, correct?
Yes.
You encouraged Langtombong Tamba to give up State House and join, correct?
Yes.
And the officer you found at the small door at State House, you convinced him to join, correct?
Yes.
You convinced them to open the gates, correct?
Yes.
No further questions?